Do you see what my dog did to this painting tray? I'm not sure anymore if I have a dog or a recycling machine, so. I actually wrote down what I'm gonna say, so my video is structured because I'm a woman of standards. I'm a woman of standards. I'm a woman of standards. I'm a woman. I'm a woman of standards. I'm a woman of standards. I'm a woman of class. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite DIY Han, aka Miles the Builder. Can she fix it? Miles the Builder. Yes, she can. I go by the name of Mbali Uthokozile Wakamasego, but you can call me Mbali Zile or Mbazilians. And I produce DIY, architecture, and everything underneath the sun. I'm joking, but I am a Jackie of all trades, and I really hope that you do stay and you become a part of my growing family. And I really would firstly like to say thank you for all the feedback on my previous video of me upgrading my wardrobe. So this is basically a sequel of the whole renovation. This is basically part 2, and I'll just be showing you guys the other side of the wall. I don't know if you also remember in my first video, my first renovating video, I mentioned that I firmly believe that each wall has a purpose to play in a room, and each wall can frame a room as a different space. Firstly, I'd like to thank my mother for not kicking me out her house for painting her ceiling green. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I did my accent wall with the 3 minimal paintings, but I'd say the most important piece of information that you can get from this video is basically a problem that I see in most households that have water or damp problems, where the paint starts lifting off or forming bubbles underneath the plaster and eventually chipping off, or sometimes it hardens and you can't scrape it off. So the problem that I encountered, I tried to fix it, and I will tell you how I did it through the video, and my regrets and what I did wrong, and if it worked or if it didn't work. So stay tuned to find out. For today's video, I'm going to be doing mostly voiceover as the last video, because interacting with the camera and also working and taking TikTok, Instagram, YouTube is a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Awful. It's awful. So I'll just be going through with you the whole video, and most of the products that I used today are the products that I used in the last video, which is mostly paint. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get into it. Yeah. This was day 1 of repairing the water damaged wall, and as you can see, it's in a very bad condition. The paint was lifting off, and also some of the plaster was falling off the wall, caused by the water seeping through the wall. There's nothing. Don't say I don't give you satisfaction. So here goes the first spray. So this is how far I've come scraping off the excess paint. This is how far I've come with scraping some excess paint off, so I'm going to try and go over it one more time just to make sure everything is clean, Just to make sure everything is clean, and I'm going to start applying the first course of damp seal. Like I said, I'm just going over the parts which I think I missed, and after this I cleaned up with a broom and a damp cloth. So the product that I was using for this wall to seal in the moisture is the Plascon Damp Seal, and I was very pleased with the results. Although the paint was a little bit too thick and very fragrant, I had to go through the whole wall, and it took me the entire day. Because of the quantity I bought, I only chose to go through the mostly affected areas, and as you can see, this is how the wall was looking afterwards, and I let it dry for 24 hours. After letting the damp seal dry, I just went over the most severe holes and just filled it in with some crack filler and smoothened it out with my scrapers. After filling up the more severe holes, me and my cousin went through the whole wall and just applied crack filler to the places where there were patches because of the scraped off paint. And after this whole process, we just sanded it down to be smooth as possible. Here's a little behind the scene footage. After letting the wall dry up for 24 hours, we encountered that the problem is still there and the water is still seeping through. As you can see on the right side, there are darker marks.
Wow, I didn't see the water now.
It's time to paint. It is time to paint. On the following afternoon, I started marking off where I wanted the accent wall, starting off with the measurements with the measuring tape and going through again with my spirit level just to make sure everything was nice and straight. And I went through with my masking tape because I wanted a different border. I had to repeat the process of the border 3 times so I can peel it off and it can give me a nice straight edge. And now it was time to paint. I still did favor the foam roller over a normal roller because the area was a whole lot smaller than a bigger wall. So this is me just going through the whole process, and I just did 1 coat of painting. I encountered the problem where the masking tape was actually stuck to the wall with the paint, so I really do advise that you remove your masking tape probably an hour after finish painting and just let it dry a little bit, but just remove it as quick as possible because it will mess up the edges. So for the textured art, I started off using my own custom size cardboard, which I have already primed down with a multi-purpose primer, and I started mixing up 5 liters of crack filler using approximately 2 liters of water. I am not accurate with these measurements, but I made it so that it was smooth enough to apply and thick enough to roughen out. So I just started by applying large amounts in a small area and spreading it out using a trowel. Let the first layer dry off for about 20 minutes and I came back and started drawing the patterns using the other side of the trowel, which was the distressed lines. They weren't necessarily straight, it wasn't perfect, but I really loved it. as promised in the beginning of the video, I'm just going to be speaking about my trial and errors and my mistakes. So mistake number one is you can't really fix a wall that has water problem if the water problem itself is not fixed. So my house is pretty old, and I think the water system or the pipes to the shower and the bathroom and everywhere was built inside the wall. I really don't know how they did it because it's a normal sized wall, so that means they had to do cavities for the pipes to go in. So I think the shower pipe is leaking because I sealed it, I painted it, I added crack filler. Oh, a spider! I added crack filler and it looked smooth and perfect on day 1. Day 2, the watermarks were back, and day 3, the paint started rising again. So the next problem that I encountered is leaving paint long enough on masking tape, it really sticks to the wall. Just take it out as soon as you can see that the paint is, well, almost dried up. I'd probably say take it out within like an hour. And that brings us to the end of the video. I really do hope that you liked it. There is plenty more where they came from. You can check out my older videos, and most importantly, I really do hope that you were pleased and you liked what you saw and you're gonna subscribe. Incredible. That's about it for me, Balizile Mbazilians, your favorite DIY. Ooh, there's so many names that I can call myself, but I'm just gonna stop there. So leave a comment down below for your girl, just to boost my self-esteem. And they really do matter, and they really do bring a smile to my face. But if you really like to see more of such content, please do subscribe and click on the notification bell so that it won't miss you, baby. It won't miss you, honey. So from me, I'm signing out. Love y'all.